understand what I'm saying, but I'm sure that you'll be able to get what I will say. We are talking about African perspective. I will not go on the security aspect as Tilma. I will go on the trade facilitation. And when we talk about Africa, we have to imagine that we are talking about 54 countries. And if we consider the average of 4 borders per country, we have approximately 216 borders. And it's quite a huge piece of land. For example, I need just 3 hours to travel to Spain, while I need 10 hours to travel to South Africa. So we are talking about a diversity of language, a diversity of culture. So it's not just one single country when we think about, when we talk about Africa. I will introduce briefly the African Alliance for E-Commerce, which I represent today, which is a grouping of all the single window, effective one and the one under construction, in order to provide a platform to share experiences among countries, but also to share data and platform services for the cross-border trade. So it is very important to mention that, because a single window is probably another possibility to go for cross-border trade with the use of electronic to facilitate. Now I will go specifically on the border cooperation. When we talk about it, we have to consider that there is many dimensions. Because if you have a single window in a country, you are able to manage nationally all the government agencies involved in trade procedures. But if you are able to do it nationally, meaning at the main seaports and at the main airports, it's another challenge to manage it at the border with your immediate neighbor. Because you can have all the infrastructure available for the main seaport and the main airport, and the people being able to operate all the systems. But it can be a different situation when you are at the border with your immediate neighbor. So it is another challenge, and it could be a bilateral challenge, because even if in one side of the border you have a capacity to exchange data, from the other side of the border, maybe the same capacity is not available. And even if the same capacity is available, maybe it is not managed by the same